every small effort adds up to big results. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express and Press Information Bureau. So without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. Now, Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh affirmed the government's commitment to establish a Telugu university in honor of Potti Sriramulu. Talking about Potti Sriramulu, he was deeply involved in India's freedom struggle, and after personal tragedies, he joined Mahatma Gandhi's Sabarmati Ashram. He also participated in Salt Satyagraha and Quit India movement. He worked for welfare of villages, and in 1952 he fasted for the creation of a separate state for Telugu-speaking people, which led to widespread protest. And after 58 days, he died on 15 December 1952, prompting the formation of Andhra State on 1st October 1953. He is honored as Amar Jeevi for his sacrifice, and a district in Andhra Pradesh is named after him. Next article talks about olive Ridley turtles because recently carcasses of olive Ridley turtles continue to wash ashore along the Visakhapatnam coast. Now let's know more about olive Ridley turtles. So friends, they are small sea turtle known for their olive green heart-shaped shell. They are found in tropical regions of the Pacific, Indian and Atlantic Oceans, and they are famous for their mass nesting behavior called aribada, where thousands of females lay eggs together on the same beach. Odisha is the largest mass nesting site for these turtles. Talking about conservation status, they are protected under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972 and they are also listed as vulnerable species on the IUCN Red List. Now COP29 in Baku has advanced the use of carbon markets to curb emissions by approving standards for international carbon market to be set up next year. Talking about carbon market, it allows buying and selling of the right to emit carbon into the atmosphere. Carbon markets impose a cost on firms for polluting, providing an incentive to reduce emissions. Talking about the challenges with carbon markets, government may increase the supply of credits, reducing the price and effectiveness of emission reduction. Firms may cheat by illegally emitting carbon or use offsets for virtue signaling without real impact. Next article is related to Jalvahak scheme, which was recently launched by the central government to promote long-haul cargo movement via inland waterways, specifically on National Waterways 1, National Waterway 2 and 16. The scheme offers incentive for cargo transport aiming to decongest railways and roadways. This scheme also offers 35% reimbursement of operating expenses and encourages cargo owners to use government-operated vessels. Now India has surpassed China to become the largest buyer of Russian oil with the operationalization of Eastern Maritime Corridor between Chennai and Vladivostok. This new sea route covers about 5,600 nautical miles and it reduces shipping time by up to 16 days. This corridor is facilitating the trade of crude, coal, LNG, fertilizer and other products. Now Supreme Court is hearing a PIL that calls for the POSH Act to apply to political parties, highlighting the inconsistency in the presence of internal complaints committee within such parties. POSH Act applies to both public and private workplaces and requires the establishment of internal complaints committee for handling sexual harassment complaints. However, the Act's application to political parties remain unclear. And a previous Kerala High Court ruling in 2022 held that political parties are not liable under the POSH Act due to the lack of an employer-employee relationship and because they don't operate out traditional workplaces. While the Representation of People Act governs political party registration, but it does not define a workplace, making it difficult to apply POSH Act. However, Act's broad definition of workplace could include locations visited during course of employment, potentially extending protections to party workers. Now, Supreme Court appointed a court commissioner to inspect the Sanganer Open Prison in Rajasthan after a dispute arose over the Rajasthan government's plan to build a hospital on land currently used by the jail. Talking about open prisons, they are correctional facilities with minimal security where eligible prisoners, usually based on their behavior and sentence completion, are given more freedom. They engage in activities like agriculture and help reduce overcrowding while facilitating reintegration into the society. Now, Reserve Bank of India has raised the limit for collateral-free agricultural loans, including those for allied activities, from 1.6 lakh to 2 lakh per borrower. This decision, effective from January 1st, 2025, aims to support farmers facing rising input costs due to inflation by providing enhanced financial access without requiring collateral. This change will particularly benefit small and marginal farmers by reducing borrowing cost and streamlining loan disbursement. And now Britain has become the first European country to join the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership. This grouping includes Canada, Japan, Australia, New Zealand, Brunei, Chile, Malaysia, Mexico, Peru, Singapore and Vietnam. It was established in 2018 and it aims to counter China's influence in the region. So with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.